I have not only tried but also researched over 50 side hustles over the years, many of which I have documented and posted right here on this channel. Now, I've tried a ton that have worked, but also a ton that have not only not worked, but have been a complete scam. I often also get a lot of questions asking me what actually works, what doesn't work. So I thought for this video, it would be a great idea to talk about the top 3 side hustles that I feel, if executed properly and focused on solely, could sincerely make you a ton of money. Also, just a quick side note, these are just the ones that I've personally tried, okay? I know there are a ton of side hustles out there that can work, that do work, that turn into a small business, that can make you rich. But this video is specifically focusing on the top 3 that I've personally tried. So are you ready? Let's go ahead and dive in. Number 3 is flipping goods. In other words, furniture flipping, shoe flipping, t-shirt flipping, purse flipping, goods flipping. Now, for those of you out there who are like, what does that even mean? Let me give you a brief explanation. So whenever I say furniture flipping, what I'm basically meaning is that I personally have gone into stores like Goodwill, thrift shops, on Facebook Marketplace, along the side of the road when people are just throwing away stuff that's free, but it's actually still in good condition, picking up items that I find at a really good price or free, cleaning it or repainting it, sanding it, whatever it would require, and turning around and selling it for a much higher price or for a profit. Now, just like with any other business, the more you do this, the better you get at it. So for example, in the beginning, you may not necessarily know what is a good priced item or what a product typically retails at, what its worth is. This is where in the beginning, it actually just takes the time to go into thrift shops or look online, do your Google research on what the worth of that item may be, and then you actually begin to learn name brands, worth, and what your potential profit could be. A great example of this is whenever I'm flipping furniture, I typically will look and see the name of the furniture on the inside of the drawer or something to that nature. If it's a real wood piece, I know that real wood furniture sells for a really great profit. It is a high margin item that a lot of people will typically pay pretty decent money for because it's good quality. So if I find a real wood piece like the 2 that I'm showing on screen here at Goodwill, I typically will always pick them up because I know I can simply clean those and sell those at a much higher rate because I know what their worth is. So that's what I mean whenever I say that the longer you're in the business, the better you get at it, just like with anything else in life. Now, I did this long before I ever even started my very first YouTube channel in 2021. I did this for a couple of years and I made pretty good money on the side. I just did it part-time because I had a newborn at the time. I just did it part-time and I made pretty good income. These are 2 pieces that I just picked up from Goodwill. One we actually got for $24.99 and one we got for $12.99. Both of these are real wood. My first step with these is typically just to take all of this stuff off that was at Goodwill. A lot of times these real wood pieces, all you need to do is simply clean them and then maybe do a little sanding and restaining of them in a protectant coat, and you can typically make like $75 to $100 profit on these. For these 2, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I did get some paint that's made for wood furniture, so I think I'm actually going to resand these. I actually bought a sanding gun. It's $59, but it makes the sanding process so nice, and I'm actually going to be doing a video of me fixing up these 2 pieces. So keep an eye out for that video. That can give you some really great business ideas of how you can do this for yourself. And whenever you get the items, the places that you sell them on are places like Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or opening up your own online store. For furniture pieces, Facebook Marketplace is typically going to be the best place for you. Now, with any of the side hustles that we're going to talk about in today's video, you are going to want to treat them like a small business. And I say that all the time on this channel. This means doing things like getting started with a business banking account, doing your taxes properly, proper bookkeeping of your money, and more. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, and at first it is a lot, but I recently discovered Relay, which is an all-in-one business banking and money management platform. And they aim to help small businesses understand what they're earning, what they're spending, what they're saving, so you can make the best financial choices for your business. I recently signed up for Relay, and I want to tell you some of the benefits that I've received from it. So you have no hidden fees, no overdraft fees, no minimum balance is required, and that's a really big factor whenever it comes to individuals who are just starting out with their small business. Relay also helps organize expenses and cash reserves by opening up to 20 individual accounts. So having multiple checking checking accounts for your business, like what Relay offers, is a really smart financial strategy that brings about clarity, control, and better cash management. And here's exactly why it's beneficial. Number one is that it provides organized cash flow. So for example, you can separate your money into specific categories such as operating expenses, taxes, profit, and spending. And this organization helps you visually track where every dollar goes, reducing confusion and then preventing overspending. You can open multiple checking accounts, but here's the best part is you only need one login to access them all. So no more writing down 5 different usernames, getting locked out because you've forgotten the passwords for all those accounts, or trying to remember which one is which. You just log in once and then boom, you see everything in one place. So it's like having different drawers for all your money, but one key to open them all. If you're ready to get organized with your business banking, you can do so by signing up with my link in the description box down below. Number 2 is print on demand with Etsy. After hearing about print on demand years ago, I'm not gonna lie, I had my doubts. I didn't understand how the business worked. My idea of it was not accurate, and I did end up trying the first time around and failing. But after doing that, I continued to learn about the business. I continued to watch videos about it, and I started to understand that you do have to treat it like a small business, and you have to understand the business before actually diving in and making money. Then I started to learn about proper product listings, proper descriptions, using SEO optimized keywords in your tags and in your titles. I started to learn about mock-ups and having great listing photos, the appearance of your shop, running Etsy ads. It was only then that I understood how these shops on Etsy were making so much revenue and profit. Now, after I've gotten a solid business idea for my Etsy shop, I'm up to around 35 sales. I do not pay attention to this one as much as I would like to because I am extremely busy with other endeavors. However, since seeing the sales come in and I see how little of time I actually have to do to put into this business, but yet I do see sales coming in, I do understand now that this can be extremely profitable if you were to solely focus on this and give it your all, creating optimized product listings, really putting your effort and time into researching the market, all of that. I can see now how shops have become million-dollar shops by doing this. I've personally made several videos since learning all of this about different products that you could use on different shop ideas, how to optimize shop ideas, things of that nature. I'll have some videos for that linked down below. But generally, the idea just starts with choosing a print-on-demand platform that's really going to reduce the need to have inventory, to ship inventory, all of that. So print-on-demand takes care of the shipping, the production of the item, all of that. So whenever an order comes in, all I have to do is approve that order, and the print-on-demand platform that I'm using for that product will take care of the rest. So for example, there are 3 print-on-demand platforms, and I personally use them all. So you've got Gelato, you've got Printify, and you've got a platform called Printful. So after you've signed up with these platforms, they are free to get started with. You would need to sign up with an Etsy account, and then you would need to pick your product. Creating designs for your products is typically where people get held up at. Now, if you have a graphic design background, even better. That's amazing. That's great. You can upload your own product designs onto your products. However, if you don't have a background in graphic design, but you're still interested in this, you can do so by utilizing platforms such as Canva, Kittl, or even Midjourney. All right, number 1 is what you're watching right now, and that is YouTube. Now, I've actually seen several channels in which people have combined number 3 and number 1 and really seen success doing so. So whenever you create a YouTube channel around a niche or a money-making hobby, you have an endless loop of income and video ideas. So if you're one of the people out there that actually make money with a hobby that you do, adding on making a YouTube channel surrounding that hobby or money-making ability, absolutely the perfect YouTube channel idea. Now, YouTube is by far the best decision that I've ever made. If you're not aware, I actually started a child-based YouTube channel back in 2021 where I did upload art-centered child-based content. That channel is actually still here on YouTube and makes me a profit every single month, although I do not upload on it as much as I'd like to. With that being said, I've been on YouTube for over 4 years now, and I do run YouTube like a complete business. I have started an LLC doing it, and everything I do surrounding YouTube is treated like a business, not a hobby. One thing about starting a YouTube channel and a business with it that most people don't realize is that it opens the door to so many unknown opportunities. The more you grow, the more connections and possibilities begin to open up for you, things that you would never even have in your mind. You begin meeting people and learning things about the business that you would never know until you start. And YouTube is one stream of income, but once you begin building an audience, you really open up the doorway to multiple streams of income. You can then get involved with people that you never knew existed in other opportunities, and this allows for further and continuous expansion of your business. YouTube is by far the most profitable for me, but I think it is the most profitable because it's the one that I've invested the most time and energy to. So I say that to say any business that you choose to start, you're going to have to focus on it and pour your energy and time into it to become the best that you can at it. I've also made many videos on how you can get started doing YouTube, pointers and tips for beginners to get started on YouTube. I'll have a couple of those videos linked down below. And to be honest, now is the perfect time. There's never been a better time for you to get started doing it. Now, like I said before, there are a ton of small business ideas and side hustles that you can start that can completely replace your 9-to-5 and make you a ton of money. These are just the top 3 that I've personally tried. Now on this channel, I like to talk about all things side hustles, making money, improving your credit, all of that good stuff. So if that type of content interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If you liked this video or found any value in it, hit the like button down below. Thank you guys so much for all of your continuous support. Drop a comment to say hi, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.